Hey guys, good morning. It is VLOGVEMBER number 3! Barely made it yesterday, barely made it. It was a long day yesterday. Yeah, it was so long, I didn't really get to say what I really wanted to say about knowing yourself, the first secret to life. I guess it's just like, I meet a lot of people and I see a lot of people who like really try to fill their lives, and that's normal. We all want to be fulfilled, but they fill their lives with empty things. And so filling your life with something empty doesn't fill it. So I see people blasting music. Nothing wrong with blasting music once in a while, but if you gotta like hold on to, if that's like your thing, maybe you're trying to fill something that's not being filled. I meet people from time to time, soul searching, whatever, and they're like, you know, find yourself, travel the world, you know, fill your life with all these experiences. I very much support filling your life with beautiful experiences, but I think the reason why a lot of people feel empty is because they don't know which things, which experiences, which whatever will actually fill their lives. They don't know themselves enough. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. What Eric and Audrey said, and Annalou, I very much agree with what they said about knowing yourself, how it's so important, because you want to give yourself, and you can't give yourself until you know yourself. Anyway, I too used to try to fill my emptiness with a bunch of stuff that wasn't for me. I mean, a lot of people do it in high school. I didn't just like try to fit in. I had friends that were into like the hardcore, like raw type of music, and then I tried to like get into it too. But fun fact, I actually don't listen to music. Yeah. Anyway, so I myself used to, maybe I do a little bit still, like fill this emptiness with something that's like not, that doesn't fill me. Back in the day, like I said, it was music. You know, I would like try to wear all these weird funky clothes that wasn't me. It was really tiring. It's a lot of work to like try to fill yourself with stuff that doesn't fill. It's like trying to fill a bucket with water that has a hole in the bottom. Like it's tiring. No, not me. So basically one day I got tired of trying to impress people. I got tired of trying to fill this emptiness with stuff that doesn't fill. And then in college, I went through this, not a lot of people really know this, but I went through like this depression. I think a lot of people actually go through this depression. I don't think it's very like rare. I think it's quite common actually, where I had like no purpose in life. I felt like everything I did, and I did a lot of things. I mean, I had a lot of hobbies, but everything I did, like it wasn't fulfilling. It got to a point where I would just feel so sad and down all day long, and I would go to sleep just like hoping that tomorrow would bring something, some hope, anything, and then I would wake up and have no reason to get out of bed. I would sometimes go to class, sometimes not. Sometimes I would just stay in bed. But you know, I'm a pretty a thinker type of person. I knew at that time that if I'm depressed, it's my fault. It's not always everyone's fault if you're depressed, but in my case, I knew that there wasn't some chemical imbalance in my head, and that I somehow, if I just changed my lifestyle, I'd be able to get out of that. So I made it a thing to get up and find a reason to leave my room. So I went to daily mass, and then it happened that one of my friends needed help and needed a roommate, so I moved out of the dorms, moved in with my friend, and I sort of found a little bit of purpose in like, you know, doing things that will make my roommate, my friend, happy, that will like cheer her up during this really tough time. So in serving my friend, I slowly got out of this little depression thing that I was in. You know, it was really gradual. I remember coming home from class, coming home from whatever, and just like being like, everything is so heavy, and I would just go back into bed because I think it was heavy. It took so much work to just think positively. So I remember some days my friend would cheer me up, and other days I would try to cheer her up, and slowly but surely this depression thing, that I just forgot that it ever happened, which is pretty awesome. And I found that it's in serving and helping others and volunteering, because we would do a lot of ministry stuff together, youth group and all that stuff, and I found that it is in serving that it's what really fulfills me, and that's kind of what brought me to the Philippines. Oh shoot, I'm late for mass. It's 12. Mass is at 12:15, so I'm not that late. It only takes like 5 minutes to get there. Okay.
You are the patron of Cebu and the Philippines. We call to you. Bike tours.
Bike tours. Ooh. This is such a strange location. We're at the bike cafe in Guadalupe. I've seen this place a bunch of times, but I didn't know that they actually sell bikes and that it's a cafe. Audrey and Eric want to buy a bike because traffic is crazy in the city and they need to get around and get exercise. Me, I'm thinking about it. Probably not because I have lots of vehicles already. Look, that looks pretty good. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, this is what you need. This is what you need, Eric.
Yes. Family, subscribe to Bulay's channel. I don't think you know how to do that, but figure it out. You can Google it.
Hit the red subscribe button so you can see your son, cousin, what other family do you have? Nephew, brother in the Philippines. Ha!
Later.
Your son, nephew, cousin, brother, he just got a new bike. Can you recall a time where you gained some self-knowledge that changed your life?
That experience was my first ever camp, and I was away from my parents and family. It was just so life-changing for me that I said it pretty much directed the course of my life. So I wanted to take up psychology because of that. I wanted to be a counselor / facilitator.
Oh, like a camp for like
So
teenagers.
yeah. So this camp was actually the camp I was employed before. And I was a product of them when I was in high school. Yeah, because of that experience, I really wanted to take up psychology in UP and yeah, stuff like that. And it just paved the way
Awesome.
for things.
So this is Rhea. She's housemate, roommate. Depends which country you're from. I say roommate, I'm American. She's a lawyer. You need, what do you call them? If you need a notarization, 100 pesos. So Rhea, have you had an experience where you discovered yourself and it changed your life?
Well, I had the best experience I had where I discovered myself was last year when I took the bar exam. It was the toughest yet experience I had because I had to know myself, my limits, how I let things go and let faith overcome everything and just makes it possible, all things possible. So aside from knowing myself, it's also about knowing my faith above all. That's it.
Amen. By the way, I just realized this morning as I was posting that video that video was actually super deep. Let me explain. So in yesterday's video, I just started asking people how important is self-knowledge and stuff like that. And then Audrey and Eric said basically the same thing. You have to know yourself in order to give yourself. And then that reminded me of an excerpt from Gary Metzbest. It says, in order to man to truly know himself, he needs to give himself, or it's in giving himself that man. Anyway, look it up. Gary Metzbest 21 or 29. 21, 29. Let me know in the comments below if it's 21 or 29. Then I asked, so what comes first, knowing yourself or giving yourself? It kind of like made me think of like, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? So it actually reflected on the answer to that question, which comes first, giving yourself or knowing yourself? Because the way we do it in Pure Heart, which is my ministry here, where we like talk to kids and stuff, it's in giving yourself that you know yourself, but you can't. But it's true that you can't give yourself unless you know. So I was sort of reflecting that. So what comes first? At the end of the night, we ate balut, which is an egg with a chicken inside or a duck inside. It was so deep because it goes together. It goes hand in hand. the chicken and the egg, knowing yourself and giving yourself at the same time. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Am I just crazy? Maybe.